What is good, friends, and welcome back. I waited a long time to create this video, thinking it wasn't a significant issue. I still believe it's not, but for some commanders, it's an urgent and ongoing matter that needs to be addressed. If I get $1 every time a commander creates a post on Facebook or complains in city chat during a conquest when their truck gets blown up, I'll be richer than Lilith. Moreover, they are begging for truck immunity because they think it's unfair.
Diplomatic community!
To better understand the situation, in the early days of Warpath, you couldn't attack trucks at all. It was not a concern until the conquest was introduced. The difference between Moscow or any other level 1, 2, 3 city is bridges. Now you know where I'm going with this. Let's say you were guarding a bridge to prevent the enemy from crossing. You would send the trucks ahead, block the bridge, and then recall the trucks. They would act as a roadblock, preventing the enemy from getting in range to attack your units. Remember that back in the day, there were no modern units, so you couldn't simply use your helicopter to cross the river. Quite annoying, to say the least. Moscow is an open map. Eventually, you would gain access to that zone another way. The real problem arose when San Francisco was introduced. Sometimes you can only access the town hall area by crossing one bridge. Once again, the enemy weaponized the trucks by sending them across that zone when the blockhouse opened. Imagine 20 mining carts driving against traffic on the bridge when 50 units drive in the opposite direction. A massive gridlock. It was so bad that the enemy could gain a significant lead, often filling half of that zone before you figure out how to access it. That's when Lilith decided to put a full stop on that dirty tactic. Let me make this clear. The destruction of collection trucks is an inevitable part of the game. It's not a matter of if, but when. So the idea of truck immunity is simply not feasible. It's part of the game we all sign up for. There's a certain thrill in attacking mining carts. It's not about the rewards, but the strategic satisfaction of taking down a slow and defenseless unit. Before you judge, let me explain. I never attack them inside the server during combat drills. I don't see the reason why. It's not hard to complete your mission during that weekend if you make the minimum effort. Some desperate commanders will start raiding collection points, which is lame and cheap. I understand that an accident may happen during a friendly war inside your city. If the enemy fights too close from a collection point, the truck will return fire and you will blow up that truck by mistake. It's called collateral damage. Don't bother about making rule of engagement before combat. Nobody read that email. An unintentional attack will happen, and all it takes is one upset commander to escalate the whole situation with heavy retaliation. The best policy is to keep those trucks inside your base until the drill is over. During a conquest, anything goes. You are at war, and during war, there are no rules. If I spot a truck, I will smoke it. They are like Pokemons, you must catch them all. Losing a truck is not a huge deal, but losing your mind over a truck is. At this point, I suspect the commander is under the influence of a substance because nobody in their right mind would react so violently over a mining cart. Nobody cares about your truck in city chat, and you are potentially ruining your game experience because from now on, more commanders will target you, hoping to create another reaction and make fun of you. Trust me, you don't want to be that guy, that unlikable douchebag that causes a scene over nothing. If I can help you with your drinking problem, I can help you with your trucks. The first solution is not to send your collection truck to a live battlefield. The battle is raging, many bases are online and waiting to strike. What do you think will happen if you send your mining cart? They will send a fast unit or a bomber. One quick strike and it's gone. It doesn't take much to destroy those precious trucks, so you must think before sending them. Wait until the dust settles. It can wait. The same goes for when the enemy alliance is behind the safe zone. You are at striking distance, and the enemy is waiting for you to give them free food. You would be surprised at how many commanders online watch the battlefield, waiting for you to make a mistake. Let's say you're a lousy commander who failed to prepare ahead and needs to send your trucks to collect military funds. I have another guideline for you. Escort your truck to its destination with a fast unit or fighter jet. It's so easy, yet nobody does it. 99% of trucks lost in combat are due to negligence. Most commanders are too lazy to protect their assets. They send their equipment without looking around if danger is afoot. I don't care about losing a truck, yet I constantly watch mine because I don't particularly appreciate giving the enemy easy kills. By doing so, you will reduce the losses. Of course, your truck can always get hit on their way back. It's challenging to eliminate the risk, but at least you can control most of the situation and introduce a good habit. That's it for today's friend. I wish you a great weekend and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.